know I like to say my work is useless, but it's as useless as a song or a story or a movie. You know, these are the things, people have very little free time in their life, but when they do, what do? They go to a movie, they listen to music. You know, it's the arts that really enrich people's lives.
Scott Snibbe is a well-known interactive media artist. Since 1991, he has been producing interactive art that spurs people to participate socially, emotionally, and physically. His works are often a mix of live and filmed performances with real-time interaction. Recently, Scott Snibbe collaborated with Bjork to produce Biophilia, the first full-length app album for the iPad and iPhone.
Someday I'll find you, the earth.
Bjork had this idea for her new album. It's the first time she's made an album that's not about personal material from her own life. And so the topic she chose was everything else in the universe. So everything from viruses to crystals to the structure of the whole universe. And each song has a scientific kind of aspect, some aspect about nature, and also a musical aspect, obviously, but not just the song, some musicological aspect, like teaching about arpeggios or musical structure. And then technology, interactive technology, that shows you how those things are connected rather than disparate.
Welcome to Biophilia, the love for nature in all her manifestations. In Biophilia, you will experience how the three come together: nature, music, technology. Listen, learn, and create.
When the iPad came out, Bjork obviously was immediately experimenting with it. And she realized, wow, I could find a vehicle to release this album that better suits the way that I created it and the way I want people to intimately experience it. So she just took to it immediately. She contacted me and a couple of other developers with a very flattering email, you know, saying that she was a fan of our work, and I told her I was a fan of her work. And then, you know, we began a long process of collaborating and planning and creating this huge project.
Travel the cosmos lying at your fingertips. Touch the galaxies and move through their 3 dimensions. Discover the different song apps as they're introduced into the constellations and explore their extra features.
I think if you look at Bjork's whole career, she's been an electronic musician, you know, since, you know, maybe after the Sugar Cubes, you know, working with electronic music. You know, most of us think the more we go towards technology, the further we are from, you know, nature and our kind of natural selves. And so her music, very emotional, but very much inspired by nature, and I think bringing you to closer to nature. So with this project, I think she wanted to get more explicit than ever with that idea. Because it does encompass all your senses. It's sound, it's image, but it's interactive and it's changing, and you're entering a world that you never could. Like, you'll never be able to touch under the microscope and change cells and be, you know, for an ordinary person, even for a scientist, they only have to look at pictures and kind of imagine what it would be like if everything was moving and changing. So with an app like Biophilia, you can go there. You can go there under the microscope. You can go to, you know, the far reaches of the universe. You can even make up your own universe and spin around it. So I would argue, you know, this is a very emotional, for the right people, you know, not everyone will have the same reaction, but many people have a very, very emotional reaction. My whole life is dedicated to interactivity, and interactivity as a medium, and it has this infinite expressive potential. So that's what was very exciting about this project, because I've been working for my whole career, you know, like 30 years on interactivity, not for games, not for work, but for something else, just like a conversation, you know, taking essentially the human aspects of interactivity about communication, creativity, and encapsulating those into new technologies. So yeah, my whole career has been based on that, and if you look at some of my previous work, a lot of it looks like some of the things you see in Biophilia, where you're using math to create an interactive, alternate, natural reality.